Hello everyone, my name is Anjali Arya and this is my project which is based on the airline trends in India. So this project will help us to statistically compare the different airline companies in terms of their prices, their domestic share in the market and the passenger load factor and many more. And this project even has a ticket reservation system code. So when I run this project, I get 20 different options and I can choose any one of them. So when I press 1, that is when I choose the first option, it gives me a brief insights about the project, that what it is about. And then when I go for the second option, the second one is for the ticket reservation system. So with this option, I can actually book tickets for these different destinations that are offered over here. For example, Delhi to Mumbai or Hyderabad to Bangalore. So if I want to go from Hyderabad to Bangalore, I will enter option 2. Then it displays all the different flights that are available from Hyderabad to Bangalore and their prices of the tickets. So you can accordingly compare them and choose any one which you feel like. For example, I want to choose SpiceJet, so I'll press 3 and then it asks for the number of tickets. I'll enter 5 and my tickets are booked and it gives me the total price of the tickets. So if I press small y, then it will again show the menu, that is the ticket reservation menu. Or if I press any other letter, then the menu is exited. That is, my tickets are booked. Now when I enter the third option, it gives me a schedule of all the domestic flights between these different departure and arrival places. For example, from New Delhi to Mumbai, what are the schedules and what are the prices. So that is the third option. Now when I enter the fourth option, it tells us about the total number of destinations that are offered by these different airline companies. The fifth option tells us about the total number of domestic flights of these companies as well as the total number of international flights that are offered by them. The sixth option will tell us about the year of establishment of these different companies. And then when I select the seventh option, it gives me the volume of passengers of these different flights. And this is given in the form of a scatter plot. So we can see that these different airline companies and what are the volume of passengers that travel in these companies, what the passengers prefer most. So all of them is displayed in the form of a scatter plot. Then when I go for the eighth option, it gives me a line chart which is depicting the market share of these different flights, that is before and during COVID. So as we can see that during COVID, the market share has substantially decreased for all of these companies. And then as far as the ninth, 10th and 11th options are concerned, it tells us about the price comparison of these flights for different locations. For example, the ninth one tells us about the price comparison between New Delhi to Mumbai. Then the 10th one will tell between Hyderabad to Bangalore. And the 11th one is for the price comparison between Kolkata to Chennai. So with these three graphs, we can compare the prices for different locations and the prices that are offered by these different companies. Now the 12th one tells us about the passenger load factor of these airlines, that is before and during COVID. Now this passenger load factor is actually a measure of how much of an airline's passenger carrying capacity is utilized. So we can see that during COVID, the number of passengers that were traveling during with these airline companies that have reduced. Now the 13th option will tell us about the schedule of these international flights for different locations. Now the 14th one will tell us about the total number of destinations offered and the total number of flights, but this time it is for these international flights. Now, fifth one again gives us the year of establishment for these international airline companies that are even available in India. 16th option will give us again the volume of passengers, but this time for the international flights. So we can again see the volume of passengers that are traveling in different airline companies, and it is all in the form of a scatter plot. Now when I enter the 17th option, it gives me a market share comparison of the market share in the form of a line chart, that is before and during COVID. And we can see that during COVID, the market share has reduced even for these international airline companies. Now when I enter the 18th option, it gives me a statistical comparison of the prices for the different destinations that are offered by these international flights. So we can see that from New Delhi to New York, this blue line represents the prices comparison. So similarly for Mumbai to Melbourne, it's the green line, and from Bangalore to Paris, it's the red line. So with the help of this line chart, I've depicted the comparison of prices. Now again, the 19th option gives us the insights about the passenger load factor of these different companies before and during COVID. So just like for the domestic flights, even for the international ones, you can see that the passenger load factor has seen a huge drop or a huge decrease during the COVID-19, that is during the year 2019 and 20. So with the 20th option, I would like to conclude my project. So I hope that in future I will be able to add many more new features to this project, like for example, predicting the delays in flight by seeing the weather broadcast and all. So basically in this project, I have accumulated all the data related to these airline aviation industries from the Government of India website, and I have put them in Excel sheets, and then I have converted them into CSV files, and I have put the location of these CSV files just like you can see over here. I have put the location of the CSV files in my project so that I can connect those CSV files to my Python project, and I have defined these different menus so that when I enter these different options, I get that required menu or whatever I want to achieve. So that's all from my project. Thank you.